Oh look, it's Trevor. Trevor the traction engine. Oh look, it's George. I never expected to see Trevor and George near each other like this. Well, that's amazing. Oh look, it's Trevor's app. No, but like seriously, this is actually really cool. I don't really know what's in there though. Let's take a look at George. Yep. Oh look, he also has an yeah, he has the same A word over there. Wow, never thought I'd see George the steamroller and Trevor the traction engine in the same place. Oh look, those are the rails that go up the mountain. And there's the bridge. Alright, so we're taking a diesel up this. And, by the way, this railway does remind me a lot of the Coldy-Fellow Railway from the Railway series. And also, we're not going to be taking the steam engine, sadly, but at least we have this diesel. I don't think that the Coldy-Fellow Railway ever had diesels on it. Maybe it did at some point. This looks like the Coldy-Fellow Railway truck with its 3 racks. It's like we're starting up.
Yep, we're going to have a good trip today. We're actually on one of my favorite coaches here. This is our newest coach that we built. We built this in 2019. We built it in June during Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Here we go.
That's the wrong month, I'm sorry. Oh no, this coach is a lot nicer than some of these old coaches off to our left, and even the locomotive in front of us. They're running one of our old coaches, and you can see here, they have 2 giant brake wheels in the back. Now those are basically manual brake wheels that control the brakes on the cogs underneath the coach. But with us, we got a nice little fancy button that shuts everything down. Super nice. As well as, this has no suspension. We have nice cushion suspension, so we're not going to be feeling all the bumps.
I've got automatic brakes. I don't need to worry. Godred's last words. Alright, here we go. Let us take off.
This side of the Mississippi, they flow down that mountain, forming this lower Ambernews, eventually flowing all the way through New Hampshire, connecting to the Connecticut River, and that dumps out into the Long Island Sound. So this water's got a long way to go before it gets anywhere near the ocean. And even though it is summertime and it's rather warm this summer, we do not recommend jumping in this river, at least here. It's about 40 degrees on average. It's rather chilly.
Okay. Alright.
I'll also mention it is going to be a little bit chillier out there at the summit than it is down
Now these
here
seats
at our
feel
base
more
camp.
comfortable.
When I was checking the weather, I believe...
Oh, look, it's an excavator. Haha, really small one though.
With that train blast, that is engineer Mike back there in the locomotive, letting us know we've reached our maximum speed of 5 miles per hour. Yeah, we're really cruising up our mountain here.
Wow. We're gonna be above the clouds.
Really, this is not uncommon weather. This is really a typical day here on Mount Washington. Because we are known for having the world's worst weather. That's what we're really coined for.
What about Mount Everest? Nah, too bad these trees are blocking the view of the mountains right behind
Yes, we
them.
are, hence the numbers on the sides of your benches there. Now, it took about 300 Civil War veterans 3 years to complete the entire track up to the summit. And we made our first trip on July 3rd, 1869.
Did you hear that, guys? I bet the Coldy Fell
Now, the story
Railway
of the
wasn't
Cog
made
Railway does
before
start a
this
little
cog
while
railway.
Before that, actually, with our founder, Sylvester Marsh, being born here in Cambridge, New Hampshire. And now I'm talking it was close to 70, 80 miles per hour winds, maybe
That's up
rain,
there.
snow, and just no visibility. It was horrible. Eventually, they muscled their way.
This is one of the main reasons why I wanted to go up here to New Hampshire. Finally, we can actually see some mountains after a while. Beautiful. Oh, what is that? Oh, that's a switch, I think. Yeah, it probably is. Oh, yeah, it definitely is. Wait, are we at the summit yet?
No, it's a station. It's called Warmbeck.
And like I was saying, we do still use this water tank for our 2 remaining steam engines. That's because our steam engines need 1,000 gallons of water to make it to the summit. The thing
Well, of
is, the
course.
tender in the back of that locomotive can only hold right around 500 gallons. If they actually hold any more, they're too heavy to make it up to the summit. Now, not only do you still that main line, because that's where the original track was, but coming up here, we're going to have a great example of our block and bend system right underneath our main line, which is what's raising our track entirely up off of the ground. This is 4 to 5 hours to hike our service road.
Wow. That
Though the
forest is like
fastest
pitch
time
black.
someone ever hiked up our service
you can
road,
hear me.
the fastest time ever hiked up the mountain, was 1 hour and 15 minutes.
Oh, we're starting
Yes.
to...
Now that was actually during
Starting
one of
to
our
get
events
cloudy.
that we host every year. I believe it was last summer. It was a Race the Cog event where we have about 100 people line up next to our trains and try to beat us to the summit. Now no one's beaten our biodiesels. And that
Literally, look at this. This is getting really steep. Hello, my name is Coldy. I'm one of the most famous engines on the Coldy Fell Railway because the railway is kind of named after me. Or am I named after the Coldy Fell Railway? I don't really know, to be honest, and I don't remember. All I know is that you will have a pleasant welcome on our railway. Just forget that Godred ever existed. Uh-oh. Diesel's starting to slow down a little. I mean, it's not as exciting as a steam engine, but still. At least the steam engine was preserved. Well, there's actually more than one steam engine, I think. Oh, look! I knew that there was going to be a hydraulic switch. Look at it. Perfect, isn't it? Perfect, isn't it? Let's take a closer look. Aha! How very classic.
Now, before we had these hydraulic switches installed, we actually had 2 manual switches. We had one up near the
they're
summit and
hydraulic
one down in our
switches.
base station. When who would be riding with us, we move all 3 pieces in line perfectly, have our train go over, we move all smaller and smaller. That's because here on Mount Washington, we go through 4 different agricultural zones here, each with a very unique and distinct type of plant life. But all the way up at the summit, we're going to drop you guys off in the Alpine zone. Now, the Alpine visibility as well.
We're literally inside a cloud right now. Unfortunately, I'm on the side that's not really
So coming up on our right-hand side here, we are going to be passing by our
visibly
halfway
interesting.
house, which does mean we've made
Trees,
it
trees,
about
trees,
halfway
trees,
up our
trees.
mountain today. We've climbed to just a little under
Over here is where
2,000
we
feet
actually
in
get to see
elevation
some
from our
stuff.
base station up to this
Look
point.
at how high up this is.
Definitely recommend this. Is a cool little photo opportunity, or
Wow.
it's awesome just to see our not coal powered like
So
they
I
are
went
now.
on this side just to take a look.
You guys actually passed Hero on your way in today. That was that small little engine right before the hiker parking on your left-hand side.
That
If you did
is
not get a
amazing.
chance to stop by and check it out on your way in, definitely recommend stopping by and checking it on your way out. Cool little bit of American history there.
That's this is amazing. Much better than the other side, which is just trees and branches, bushes. This is just
a little hard to
complete
make out
fog.
here in the fog, but I can just
I love it.
off to our right hand side. We have our old man on the mountain lookalike. We actually found this rock set.
Now it's starting to get rocky.
Feet, but on a cloudy day like today, it seems like it just runs into forever.
Okay, this
And
is
we're gonna
better
lift
view
it
than last
30
time, I
feet up
think.
off of the ground.
But over there, oh my gosh, look at that! It's just a whiteout. It's almost like we're flying.
This is definitely where I recommend if you guys have not stood up yet to stand up. You do a pretty good little Michael Jackson impression, maybe a little Superman, whatever you're feeling. Personally, I've always been a fan of the Titanic.
Jacob's ladder. Elevation 4.4 to 725. Steepest section. Oh, I wonder what the way down will feel like. Wow! Holy goodness. Wow. Amazing. You can even feel the fog.
I always recommend if we have anyone afraid of heights, we start to look up to our right hand
Colby
side.
Fell
We have lovely
Mountain
rocks
Railway.
this time of year.
Yeah,
If
look
you're
at
not
these
afraid of heights,
rocks.
you look up to our left down into Burt's Ravine over there. Now coming up, it actually has a drop close to 1,000 feet. But on a cloudy day like today, ooh, that just looks like it's going down into nothing.
I need to take a look at this. Oh my gosh, that's a long way down.
That is so cool.
Whoa.
Send me some of these pictures that you got.
Can't see very well. Oh dear. Looks like the window's getting foggy. What about up here? Not much to see.
When we're coming around this bend here, we're going to start to climb on Mount Washington personally. What is a cool little landmark for us lets us know that we are just at about tree line here on Mount Washington. Now tree line here is at 5,000.
It's literally pure white on this side. But when you look on this side, it looks like
These are still trees that we're seeing around us.
it
These
looks
aren't
like a
bushes or
foundation for
shrubs or
a
anything.
quarry.
These are actually called scrub pine. Now these scrub pine only grow to right around 4 feet
that
tall
coal?
at most, I believe.
I don't
We
even
had
know
Dartmouth
those
College
little
come out a
black
few
rocks
years ago.
on the ground
They did
are.
a study on these trees and found the oldest ones up here are close to 250 years old.
Way down here. It's literally straight up.
Also probably see off to our left that service road, a lot of the debris
Okay.
over there. Now some of that
Looks
was
like we
from
are starting to
derailing
get a little
operation.
high up.
A good amount. We had to rebuild it completely. This section this is one of the only sections of track that we have strapped down to the side of our mountain. Only
Okay.
things that really live up here are small birds. You might see a few of them darting in and around.
Now this
our
is on
tracks.
the other
These
side
ones
of the
black
trail,
flies.
as you can see.
A ton of black flies
That's
up
where I'm
here.
supposed to be
The
sitting
thing
right
is,
here.
They only come out in super
But I just want to take a look. Oh, you can literally see the fog moving.
which is almost
I haven't
never here.
seen
So
fog
they will
like
not be
this
bothering you
ever
at all
since like
today.
2017.
The only
No,
four-legged
2016.
animals I've actually seen up here
I haven't
this
seen
summer
fog
are
in such
dogs
a long
that the
time.
hikers bring up, or last season we
Well,
had a special
this
guest on
intense
our
fog
coach,
anyway.
a squirrel.
We're really starting to head up now. Nope, sorry. What?
Supposedly, the first settlers came
Whoa.
over to see the reflection
Look
of
at
Mount
that.
Washington due to all the light up
Amazing,
here.
I tell
We
you.
call it the White Mountains. And you can also probably see that a lot of this rock is actually green. Now, the rocks aren't sick, I'll tell you that. It's actually something called lichen growing on the rock. Now,
Lichen,
lichens
of
are
course.
formed-
Everybody
there's a
knows about that,
symbiotic
but look at
relationship
this-
between algae and
look
moss
at this
growing here.
wind.
And it really
Look,
only
like,
grows in super
there's-
clean,
look at
fresh
this
air.
fog
So
and
often
wind.
see it growing up here. Let us know that we're not
Yeah,
polluting
it's
the
blowing
air
the
so
fog, I
much
think.
that nothing can
It's literally the most amazing weather I have probably ever seen in my life. If not the most, this is pretty amazing weather. We're like on some kind of grassland now.
Right off to our left, you might be able to see some rock piles maybe outlined in these clouds.
So we opened up the window. That's what it looks like.
That jewel trail is
Maybe it is a little more clear in the windows.
I'd also notice right where that land drops off to our left, that's actually going down into the Great Gulf. Now the Great Gulf, surprisingly enough, is a popular spot for skiers and snowboarders. Yeah, we have a bunch of people hike up here with a few skiers at the beginning of June, and they were skiing down, I think it was a small patch of snow on the other side of the mountain in Tuckerman's Ravine, and then also a small patch close to the auto road that people were skiing down. We actually had our last little bit of snow melt, I think right around July 6th this year over on Mount Jefferson.
All this stuff here. This is amazing. Look at all the tiny pieces of grass getting blown away. I swear, this is so interesting, so wonderful, so natural.
Everybody, I'm going to give our Brakeman Jacob a little break from the mic for a second here. And introduce myself. My name is Amelia, and I work at the Mount Washington Observatory.
I wonder if the Colty Fell Mountains have this kind of weather.
So have any of you heard of the Mount Washington Observatory?
The Colty Fell Summit probably doesn't have this type of weather all the time. I mean, sometimes it probably does, but... Oh my goodness, look at this.
So we are...
More of this wonderful. Oh my gosh.
A band weather station up
That's
at the
just a
summit
random
of Mount
pipe over
Washington.
there.
We've been up there since 1932.
What else do we have around here?
Member-supported organization while we love to work with our friends at the cause.
One of the guards is giving a lesson over there. A history lesson. I'll just look at this stuff instead. Wow.
So, I know Jacob talked a little bit about our
There's
extreme
literally
weather to our world record wind speed at 230.
Well, we are inside a cloud, so what did I expect, really? Still, it's really interesting to see all this nature and stuff.
So in the winter, we usually see them up at year.
Someone opened up some windows. Now we're getting fog inside here. Okay, now it's getting like really bright. Put on my sunglasses, it's getting really bright.
Around here, so we have noticed some warming temperatures from the last about 90 years.
I took off my sunglasses and you can see things a little clearer out here. Wait, what is that? It's like a stump or something.
We're doing research on that. We can't, definitively conclude any particular cause, or there's lots of factors going in, but we are, of course, monitoring the size of one of our most important. Sorry, I'm
Up the window again.
So you guys have an hour
Oh,
up here to explore.
we're getting at the
There's
summit
a building
now.
Over there, you should have everything you need. But like I said, you guys have an
The Mount
hour up
Washington
here.
Summit.
Now after that hour,
I
you
wonder
come
how
out,
cold
come
it'll
out
be
with
up
tickets
here.
in a hand. I'll say it for people in the back. Tickets in hand. If you do not have a ticket or you miss your train, it is about a 3-hour hike back down. I wish you the best of luck. Now, if you do miss your train, we will
Wow,
try to
that's
get
a
you
long
on the
way
next
down.
one. That is if we have room. You'll also be charged a rescheduling fee. So do not miss your train. It'll be here in 1 hour. Now it is going to be a different train, different crew. I'll say that one more time for the people in the back. Different train, different crew.
We're almost at the Mount Washington Summit. I think we are, right? Okay. Looks like... oh my gosh. I definitely need to film this. Wow. Look at that. We're at the summit, you guys. The summit of Mount Washington, New Hampshire. Yeah, we're here. Oh, look at all this bala. Okay, we are getting out of the summit of Mount Washington. All right, guys, we're officially at the summit. Look at this amazingly unclear view of Mount Washington. Oh my gosh, I really need to see this. I love how when I walk forward, the more it reveals, almost like a video game. Like I'm in Train Simulator almost. Look at that. This is amazing. This is the summertime. Oh my goodness, this is actually wonderful. Oh my gosh, I am literally at the top, at the official summit of Mount Washington. And it is the most mistiest, the most foggiest place I've ever seen. Besides like some kind of beach in Cape Cod. This is amazing. Okay, looks like I wasn't exactly at the top, but this is actually the top. Mount Washington Summit. Right at the very top of one of the biggest mountains in New England. Okay, so now it looks like we're on this part. This is not the highest part of the summit. This is not the exact summit, but there's a building up here. It would be really cool if I had an actual signal. Okay, so right here, this is what this railway is most famous for. This steam engine right here. It's called Waumbec. Looks really cool. Maybe I can even get up closer. Wow. Authorized personnel only. Maybe I should get back. Wow. This is amazing. Alright, so now we're on the train back. Unfortunately, my phone's battery died, so I have to use my dad's. Look at this weather up here.
Alrighty, we're going to be on our way.
Okay. It's like we're going to be heading back down, and we're going to see this amazing weather once again. Oops. There's the diesel. Oh, here we go. Okay, this started quicker than the way up. We started quicker.
Station of the old hotel that we used to have up here. The hotel ran parallel to our tracks. Went to the back side of the Sherman Adams building up here.
Coldie Railway. Oh look, there are some hydraulic switches. Oh man, I love hydraulics. Oh yeah, also forgot to mention, no seatbelts. No seatbelts to hold on to. That's okay. Now really starting to head off. Wow. There's the blaring horn again.
50 feet on the ride up. That's for safety's sake. Now we are in the clouds, so it's the engineer's job behind us. They're here and carved out all of these mountains. As the glaciers receded, they left behind a lot of the rocks that you see today. That's why we have so many rocks up here. Now that's also why when you're walking through the woods and you see this giant rock in the middle of nowhere, you're like, how did that get here? It was a glacier. Now we have 5 different ecosystems that we pass through as we come up and down Mount Washington. This is Arctic tundra up here, alpine zone. We have a lot of mosses out there, sedge grass, lichen on the rocks.
Still looks like grassland.
Now there's mica schist in the rocks out here, which makes these mountains look white between that and the types of stones that we have. That's why we are called the White Mountains. You know, now we have 3 major weather systems and several minor weather systems that converge on the summit of Mount Washington, giving us the distinction of the world's worst weather. So they probably just succumbed to the elements up here and perished. I don't like that story. It's a little dark for me. Actually put online because the steam engines were hard to keep up with for maintenance.
Wow. Amazing.
Our first diesel engine was put online in 2008. Now we don't
Okay, now we're starting to get into the grasslands, as I like to call it, with a few signs of quarry, stones and rocks.
Now they burn between 15 and 20 gallons of diesel per trip. Only about a gallon. The first one just worked so well. So those are named the Abenaki and the Algonquin. Algonquins are the northeast tribes. Abenakis are a subset that's up northern Vermont, Maine, New Hampshire, and up into Canada. Now the 6 and the 7, those are named the Laprade and the Kennison after Al.
Why am I singing Arthur's theme from season 7? I don't know.
Number 8 right now.
Spotless record, let me tell you.
To build it out as wood-fired engines.
Wow.
They took 3 to 4 hours to get to the summit. Your round trip is 3 hours today. So when you're getting off at the base station, they...
Whoa. Look at all of that. How mysterious. It's almost like Misty Island. Oh no, I should not have said that. Oh dear. Now the Thomas fandom is going to really go after me.
We had another engine built and brought up here to help build the railway. That the roller or
now
the
it's
bumper
really
is on the
getting
engine.
foggy. Like, look at this.
They
I can't
kinda
even
rub
see a
against
thing
each
out
other,
here.
Guide us. Miserable.
I opened up the window.
Now, as
Oh wait, we're passing a switch. Ooh. I don't see the hydraulic switch. Is it even hydraulic? Oh, what the worry? We're literally slowing down on the switch. Well, I guess that makes sense. But where is the switch? Oh, there it is. I think. Wait. Oh, there it is. Oh, look at those beautiful hydraulics. So pretty, eh? Oh, what the? Okay, that looks really wonky. You don't want to derail on that thing. Oh, wait, what? Oh, I get it now.
once they got to the summit, you had 15 to 20 minutes there. That was it. You hung back on and came back down. You get a full hour at the summit now. The only drawback is you don't have the same brakeman. Well, like we're made down in the shop.
Oh, look, we've
right
stopped.
here on premise.
If you can see, these are the mountains right over
Do
here.
they have any other questions?
You can kind of see the clouds.
It's gonna get down
look,
there
it's,
before us.
It's a water
You
tower.
want to get off and go take
Yeah,
a
it's a
look.
water
They're
tower.
gonna let the passengers off and then go down and put more coal on. So you want to get
Oh, wait,
a picture,
look.
go there as
Oh,
quick as you
you
can.
saw that?
Okay. You
There's
didn't
a
get one at
yellow
the summit,
marker
so you
here.
believe it was up there
Oh my
with
gosh,
you.
look at those mountains.
Now those guys are pretty awesome on the steam engines.
Amazing.
So, enjoy them from afar. Now
So,
they are pretty shy
I
animals.
didn't film
so
some of
you
it because
haven't
nothing
seen
really
them.
interesting happened
Just a
except
few.
we
I
passed
actually
over
saw
the
a
hydraulic
horse
points,
this
so we
morning on
won't
my
be able
ride
to
in.
see the other track
That
anymore.
was pretty cool.
Sad, but look here. This looks like an area where animals would hang out.
Seen a lot of deer up here. The deer seem to be pretty big. I don't know why, but they are.
Did you hear that? Yeah.
Porcupines.
Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at that.
All kinds of animals up through here.
Like half of it is the sun and the other half is not. Interesting.
You can move into the engineer's seat.
Smoke. Look at those. Yeah,
Spent
clouds.
a little bit of time over there. You
I thought
can't
it was
ask
smoke
to go
or
over,
fog.
or else you don't get
There's
to
like
go.
a fire or
You have to be
something.
invited to learn something new. Now, if you're
There's a whole
here and you
path
want to
right
read a
over
book,
here.
We do have some books down in our
You've
bookshop.
missed your
You wanna check
path.
those out. Some of them were written by local coggers.
Not
Now,
much.
here's your picture taken before we left.
Not much really interesting is happening, but that's all right.
No,
It's
I
not
don't
as
think so.
foggy
It's
as it
train.
was.
Okay. I was gonna say that's downstairs.
But hey, at least we have this.
By our ticket counter.
Forest.
The ticket counter, though, is our lost and found.
It's not as
so
steep,
if you left anything behind on your other
But
train,
that's okay, I guess.
or if you leave anything behind
Look, we
here,
can see the
I always check my coach. It'll be at the ticket counter, okay? That's our lost and found.
Oh wait, we're reaching the bottom station. Oh, now it's getting sunny. Yeah. Down, up. It will be bright and cloudy. And now we're gonna be reaching the bottom station. Now we can have a better view of the mountains. Look at that. Whoa. Mountains.
wasn't for fantastic people like you coming out and exploring Mount Washington with us, we wouldn't have such awesome jobs. So
Great
thanks again,
point.
and enjoy the rest of your day.
Hooray, we're back. We're back at the bottom station. Well, that was fun. But let's see if we can find anything else once we get off. I'll definitely make sure to film it. Switch control center. Authorized personnel only. Danger. High volume. Okay. Oh no. What is going to be high volume? Oh no. And we're almost there. We've almost stopped, and we've oh my gosh, we've stopped. Finally, we stopped. All right, we're finally out. Whoa! What a view from up here. This is the one we were at, and finally we're out. Well, let's see if we can find something else around here. There's its ever so iconic steam engine over there. Wow, look at that. The whistle has steam on it. Well, goodbye, I guess. What do we have up here? I seriously thought that this mannequin right here was a real person. What about this? Well, this is the engine itself, and this is where all the coal would be burnt. Wow, very interesting. Let's take a look over here. A video documentary thing. Ooh. Oh my gosh, this is really cool. Look at all these tubes. What's in here? I can't even see what's in there. Wow, this is awesome. I have literally never had an experience like this ever in my entire life. Well, not really. By the way, this steam engine's name was Hercules. That's not... If anybody says Hercules is from a Greek myth, you're wrong. It's Heracles. Wow, that looks cool. What about this? Oh, this is a really olden days. Interesting. There's a remote control for this thing. Oh, I get it. Doesn't really work too well, but still really cool, right? Oh wow, 3D model right here. Look, there's a 3D model right here. You know, all my life I've heard of this railway, and finally having an experience on it is so fascinating for me, especially since as a train enthusiast, I've never actually been on that many trains. Only like the subway, but that was like a long time ago. That's literally my only experience. But now I've actually finally have seen some real railways in New England. Not England, New England, which is in the United States of America. Yes, if you didn't know, I lived on the East Coast, not the West. Anyway, that's it for today's video. Hopefully you really liked it. New Hampshire, I love you. My darling, okay, whatever. Goodbye, everyone. Bye.